Hey guys, Brian Howard here with One Life Treatment. I got a question and had a discussion with someone about withdrawal earlier today, and so I wanted to kind of address that real quick. It's, as usual, another big topic that could take a lot of time, but one of the things that came up was somebody going kind of cold turkey, deciding they don't want to use anymore and that sort of thing. So there's a couple things to keep in mind. First and foremost, if that's something that somebody decides, a loved one or yourself decides that you want to do, is to, I'm going to get off these drugs, that's great, and I love the idea. I would suggest talking with somebody, a professional, beforehand for a couple of important reasons. One is that if you're taking things like a benzodiazepine, which are things like Xanax, Ativan, Klonopin, that sort of thing, those can be dangerous to get off of. If you just quit taking those, they can result in seizures and some dangerous withdrawal symptoms. The same thing can be said for alcohol. Now, there are people that quit both of those without any medical intervention, but it depends on, how your body reacts to that withdrawal, and it's best to be in a medical setting if possible if you're just going to cold turkey that. So talk with your doctor, talk with a professional, maybe a licensed addiction counselor, so we can kind of guide you through that a little bit and point you in the right direction before you just decide to cut that off. The other thing that I want to address is that there are people that decide to get off of drugs, and what ends up happening is that their fear of their withdrawal drives them to kind of obsess about every symptom of discomfort that they have. So what happens is, if they're feeling just a little bit tired, or maybe their back is a little bit sore, or they're a little agitated, maybe they're sweating, maybe a little bit anxious, that sort of thing, maybe diarrhea sets in, and their instant thought is, oh, here's the withdrawal. And what happens is they kind of almost trick themselves into withdrawal symptoms. So they start obsessing about those things, and the fear of the withdrawal actually kind of puts them in withdrawal. Your body will react to what your brain is telling it. And if it's that you're scared of withdrawal, and you know what's coming, that can be a real negative thing. So you don't want to kind of, you don't want to mind screw yourself into withdrawal symptoms that aren't really there. So those things are very important to take into account. I had a client when I worked at a methadone clinic that came in talking about how bad her withdrawal symptoms were because she had been on a taper down, a taper down on her dose, and she was saying how bad she felt. Well, we found out later that she wasn't being tapered down at that time, but she was convinced that she was. Therefore, sorry, it's a bumpy road, her withdrawal symptoms seemed to be really intense for her, because she had decided in her brain that this is going to be very bad and very uncomfortable. So any sign that of feeling a lack of comfort, or she just didn't feel great at that moment, turned into, oh no, this is withdrawal. And it was very real. This wasn't somebody saying that she wanted to fake withdrawal. She was really not feeling well at the time. And so some things like that to keep in mind when it comes to withdrawal. Withdrawal is no fun. When it comes to opiate addiction, other addictions as well, but opiate addiction, withdrawal is probably the number one thing that I see that draws people back to using, that causes them to relapse. There are other factors, obviously, as well, but that fear of that withdrawal is a driving force. So it's something to keep in mind. If you have questions on this thing, feel free to give me a call. I'll give you my cell number, 405-404-0025, or you can email me at brian@onelifetreatment.com. I'd be glad to answer questions, help you in any way that I can. And then One Life Treatment, One Life is one word, One Life Treatment on Facebook. You can message me on that, or just reply to the video. So hope everybody's doing well. Go out and make it a great day. Take care of yourself, take care of others. Talk to you soon.